So, very good morning, students. Welcome you all for IIT NEET or Focus C program by Krishnaveri Talent Schools and the Mastermind Schools. So, once again, I welcome all the class 9 students of IDA Bolaram and other branch for today's session. As you all well aware, and you can see on the screen also, my subject is physics. We are in class 9th. Our ongoing chapter, Basic Maths in Physics. Basic Maths in Physics. And today we are entering into the session number 2. So far we completed one session in understanding what is the importance of the mathematics in physics, or what is the role of mathematics in physics. Few parts we discussed and I mentioned so many chapters. But before going for today's session, let us recall what we learned in the last session, that is first session, what we learned about this chapter, and we'll move to the today's topic, right? So these are the things what we learned. So what is the importance of maths because you know that mathematics is the language of physics. Without mathematical background, we cannot get success in physics. You maybe understand the concept, but application of concept required calculation. Those calculations through mathematical chapters, right? That is very important. You have to remember. So in that we discussed about the angle. We have discussed what is angle and what are the types of angles. There are two types of angles are there. And how to convert degrees into radians, right? Both are the units of angle only. So there is a relationship is there for the conversion of degrees into angles and vice versa, or angles into degrees, right? That we'll discuss in the last class, which from the page number 1, you can see here clearly. Okay. So what is angle? Angle is nothing but simple, arc by radius. It is the measure of change in direction. Measure of change in direction. See here, from here it change the direction at every point and reach here. So this is called arc. So this arc by radius is called as a angle. That is the first point what we learned. It is the measure of change in direction. Right? That is given by the mathematically arc by radius. Then angle measured in anti-clockwise and clockwise directions are usually taken positive and negative respectively. Depends on which direction we have, left to right or right to left. Then there are two systems to measure the angles. One is sexagesimal system and second one is circular system. Right? So in the sexagesimal system, angle is measured in degrees. In sexagesimal system, angle is measured in degrees. That is right angle 90 degrees. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. And 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. We know that. This is useful for conversions. In circular system, angle is measured in radians. But right, radians. Radians, that is radian. So 2 pi radians is equal to 60 degrees. Or 1 radian 180 degrees is equal to 2 right angles. That is, right angle is nothing but pi by 2 radians. 1 right angle, that is 90 degrees, is equal to pi by 2 radians. By using this formula, you can convert. Either multiplying pi by 180 or 180 by pi, we can convert the sexagesimal, that is degrees into radians or radians into degrees. To convert from degree into radians, you have to multiply the given number with pi by 180. Degrees are given, you have to convert it to radius. So for example, 60 degrees, right? When 60 degrees is there, right? 60 degrees we want to convert into radian. 60 into x by 180, we can take. So 61s are 63s are. That is x by 3 radians. So 60 degrees is called x by 3 radians. Pi by 3, you can write. Sorry, not x pi. Pi by 3. Right? So what is radian? An angle subtended at the center of the circle by an arc whose length is equal to the radius. This is. Till the origin, 0. This angle is called radian. Right? Angle made by the arc whose length is equal to radius. These are two are same only. Clear? That is called radians. This is one of the most important unit in mathematics. Okay? This part we have done yesterday. Now more about the trigonometric functions. So it's not mathematics class. Once again, I'm telling it is our physics class. Just basic mathematics we are discussing. Trigonometric functions. Right? So suppose we are taken the right angle triangle. This is called right angle triangle. I am writing in a short form. Right angle triangle, where one angle is 90 degrees. Right? When you consider right angle triangle and angle is here. So opposite the angle is called opposite side. Y is called opposite side. And X is called adjacent side. Right? When you start from here. So it's a adjacent side, opposite side. The line joining these two is called hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. These are three important sides of the triangle in trigonometry. Right? So you have to consider these 3 points. Very important. X, Y, and R. X is equal to adjacent side. Y is the opposite side. All with respect to angle, theta. Okay? So see here. There are trigonometric functions are sine theta and something missing, cos theta. First sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, and cot theta. Right? These are the trigonometric functions which are defined with the help of the right angle triangle. So sine theta is given by, very important formula helpful for you in mathematics also, opposite side by hypotenuse. That is, right, y by r. So opposite side is y by r is given sine theta. Cos theta is nothing but adjacent side, that is adjacent side by hypotenuse. That is x by r. Tan theta is very interesting. Sin theta is equal to, can write sin theta by cos theta also. That is sin theta is y by r by x by r. R cancelled. So that gives y by x. Y by x means opposite side by adjacent side. Tan theta. Like that you can reverse the cos theta. We'll get the cosecant. Cosecant theta is that 1 by cos theta. What is cos theta? X by r. So you get r by x. Secant theta. Secant theta, sorry. Cosecant is sine. Secant theta is 1 by cos. Right? Secant theta is nothing but 1 by cos. Mentioned clearly. Then tan theta is nothing but cos theta by sin theta. Or 1 by tan theta. So like that you can write the formulas for the trigonometric functions. Okay. So in trigonometry anywhere we have the 4 coordinates are there. 4 coordinates, first 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 and 360 per entire circle. That is mentioned here clearly. In terms of radians, in terms of degrees also. Right? So there are totally 6 trigonometric functions: sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, and cot theta, and their representations. Right? So this is enough. We know more and more about this in your mathematics. Then rules for finding trigonometric ratio of angles. How to get the angles here? Right? See, in coordinate, there are 4 coordinates within any paper: coordinate 1, 2, 3, and 4. They call that all silver tea cups. Maybe your sir might have told you. All silver teacups, we can call it as. So what is the meaning? Quadrant 1, all trigonometric functions are positive. So whatever the trigonometric functions are there in first coordinate are positive only. That's all we can call it as. Second coordinate, sine, cos are positive. Silver. Sine, cos are positive. In coordinate 3, tan, cot are positive. Tan, and in coordinate 4, cos, secant are positive. Remaining are negative. All silver teacups. Right? So rules are there. See how to. It's very easy way. I'll explain you to how to get the values. If you want to get the angles, for example, first you write here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You write down. Divide all by 2. Right? So what will get 0 by 2? 0 only will get. 1 by 2, 1 by 2 as it is you can keep. 2 by 2 is nothing but 1. 3 by 2 as it is you can keep. Here 2 1s are 2 2s are 2 will get. Right? And make it square for all. Root. Right? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, divide by 4 you have. All should be divided by 4. Right? So 0 by 4, 0 only. 4. You will get 4 only. Here we will get the 4 by 4, 1 only. Right? So 0 root is 0 only. 1 by 4 you can write. Under root of 1 by 4 you can write 1 by 2. Because root of 1 is 1 only, root of 4 is 2. And root 3 by 4 you can write root 3 by 2. Because under root of 4 is 2. Root 3 by 2. And root 1 is 1 only. Like that given C here. Right? So 0 angles you are find out 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. So sine 0 is 0. This is 0 value. 0 value is 0. Sine 0 is 0. Sine 30 is 5 by 6. That is 1 by 2. You can write it as value this is root 3 by 2 and 1. The values you can check here. Sine values. Sine 30 degrees is given by 1 by 2 or sine 0 is 0 as per this. 1 by 2 correct. Root 3 by 2 correct. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 24, 4, 4, 200, 2 4s are. So 2 will get 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2. Anyway, little clarity I'll give. Once again, I explain it clearly how to write the table. So in table, what you are finding is, so forget about radians, you find out the sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, these values, right? So what is the sine 0? Sine 0 is 0. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. And sine 90 is 1. So that values you can obtain simply by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Divide all by 4 and make the square root of this all separately. Right? So 4, 4 cancel 1 only. 2 1s are, 2 2s are. So 1 by 4. So 0 by 4 is 0. So what we get here? 1 by 4. 1 is root is 1 only, 4 under root is 2, 1 by 2. Here you get 1 by root 2. Because 1 root 1 only, 4 root 1 root 2. 3 by root 3 by 2 because root 4 is 2. 1 by 4 you can write as 1 by 2. So this is 4 4 cancel 1 only 1. So these are the values for the sines. Sine 30 degrees, sine 45, sine 60, right? Sine 0, sorry, sine 0, sine 30, sine 45, sine 60, sine 90, 1. So when you get sine, you have to reverse them. If you reverse same order, like 1 root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, 0. So reverse them, you get cos values. Of course, you know tan also. When you know sine and cos, you can find out anything. 1 by sine is tan, 1 by cos is cosecant, and 1 by tan is cot. Simple way to remember when you are doing any mathematical problems based on trigonometry, you can draw the table at the right side. Right side you can do, and you can find out the values. So sin 90 minus theta, some rules are there here. So sin 90 minus theta cos theta, sin 90 plus theta also cos theta only. This you have to remember. Right? These are the values to be remembered when you are doing the trigonometric problems. Okay. So before going for the further rules and regulations, let me show you one video. Some video we'll see on trigonometry, basic trigonometry, right? So just keep watching the video to know little about the trigonometry, what we already discussed today.
Have you ever heard of the expression SOHCAHTOA? What do you think this expression means? In this lesson, we're going to focus on right triangle trigonometry. Let's say if this is the angle theta. Now, there's three sides of this triangle that you need to be familiar with. Opposite to theta, this is the opposite side. And next to the angle theta is the adjacent side. And across the box, or the right angle of the triangle, which is the hypotenuse. That's the longer side of the triangle. Now, if you recall, this is A, B, and C. The Pythagorean theorem applies to right triangles. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared.
Pythagoras.
But we're not going to focus on that too much, but just be familiar with that equation. Now let's talk about the 6 trig functions in terms of sine, cosine, tangent,
functions are 6
opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. Sine theta, according to SOHCAHTOA, S is for sine, O is for opposite, H is for hypotenuse. Sine theta is equal to the opposite side divided by the
opposite by hypotenuse. See here. Yes.
Cosine theta is equal to the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. Ka is for cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse.
So
and tangent theta,
tan is equal to opposite by adjacent.
TOA is equal to the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. So that's the tangent ratio.
Right. So these are the 3 functions. Total there are 6 trigonometric functions are there.
Opposite over adjacent. Now we know that cosecant is 1 over sine.
Cosecant?
So cosecant is basically hypotenuse divided by the opposite side. You just need to flip this particular fraction. Secant is the reciprocal
next one,
of
opposite
cosine.
cos.
So secant is going to be hypotenuse divided by the adjacent side. Cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. So if tangent is opposite over adjacent, cotangent is adjacent divided by the opposite side. Now let's say if we're given a right triangle and we have the value of 2 sides. Let's say this is 3 and this is 4. And here's the angle theta. Find the missing side of this right triangle and then find the values of all 6 trigonometric functions: sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, cotangent. Now to find the missing side, we need to use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So A is 3, B is 4. And we got to find missing side C, which is the hypotenuse. 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. 9 plus 16 is 25. And if you take the square root of both sides, you can see that the hypotenuse is 5. Now it turns out that there are some special numbers. There's the 3, 4, 5 right triangle, the 5, 12, 13 right triangle, the 8, 15, 17 right triangle, and the 7, 24, 25 right triangle.
So you can find the values here.
And any whole number ratios or multiples of these numbers will also work. For example, if we multiply this by 2, we'll get 6, 8, 10. That can also work. Or if you multiply it by 3, you get the 9, 12, 15 triangle. If you multiply this one by 2, you get the 10, 24, 26 triangle. Those are also special triplets. They work with any right triangle. Now, some other numbers that are less common, but you might see.
So this is completely
about the
40,
41 triangle and the 11, 60,
complete
61.
functions. This much depth is now we required in mathematics point of view, not in physics, right? The first you should understand the 6 trigonometric functions: sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, cot theta, and their formulas are written in terms of rectangle, triangle, right angle triangle. Then we have seen the rules for finding the trigonometric ratio angles. So there are angles you can find out by simple way in degrees, especially. What is the sine 0 degrees, sine 30 degrees, sine 40 degrees? These values are very important for us in solving in physics. In physics also you get this trigonometric functions where you need to use the values of trigonometric functions. Right? You can find easy. If you can find only one sine value, remember, you can get all other 5. The reverse of sine value will get the cos value. Sine by cos will get the tan. 1 by sine will get the cosecant. 1 by cos will get the secant, and 1 by tan will get the cot. Right. By the way, you can get the values of all the trigonometric functions in terms of degrees. Okay. So there are few formulas are there to remember, which are called trigonometric identities also. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. It's called trigonometric identity. Similarly, 1 plus tan square sine secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. They are called trigonometric identities, and some formulas are given. So these are related. Just you have to go through that. Nothing to explain there. They are the formulas. Copy paste from mathematics to physics. Cos theta 1 plus theta 2. Cos a plus b. Cos a minus b. Formulas they are just like your a plus b, a minus b. Sin a plus b. The sin a minus b. Tan a plus b. In place of theta 1, theta 2, you can get a plus b. There is no confusion, no rocket science here. There are the formulas to remember. There are totally 12 formulas are there. Note down these formulas in your notebook. Right. First, immediately note down. Either if you have material, you can note down from material or from here. The first one, see sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Right? Sin square A, I write better. Sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Okay? That is first. And second one is secant square theta minus tan square theta, tan square A is equal to 1. Right? That's why written. Taken the 1 this side, plus you get. Secant square is equal to tan 1 plus tan square theta. Then we have cos A minus B, cos A plus B, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Clearly visible there. Then class A minus B. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. For minus we get plus. For plus we get minus. So you need to remember these formulas because you have to apply them in the physics also. Some physics concepts we need to apply. Right? Then sin A plus B. Sin A cos B. Cos A sin B. Similarly minus. For plus only, minus only. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Tan A plus B. Tan A plus tan B by 1 plus tan A, 1 minus tan A tan B. When it's plus is here, we'll get minus here. When minus is here, we'll get plus here. Tan. Very, very important formulas. You make it note down in your notebook and also helpful for your trigonometry. Might have already started or maybe going to start. You are well in advance. Similarly, cos 2 theta, sin 2 theta is also their formulas. Right? Cos 2 theta. Cos square theta minus sin square theta minus 2 cos theta sin theta. So tan 2 theta. Sin 2 theta is there. Tan 2 theta is there. 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta. Total 12 important formulas related to trigonometry. Okay. Note on all the 12. What is Vimarka for? right? So after writing these 12 formulas, remember them positively. They are very much helpful for you in your mathematics as well as for physics also. Some rules are given, rules of the triangles. So we'll discuss later in the next class. And so many are there, solutions, some problems are given, simple problems to be solved. Okay. So values, you can find out the values also of any of the formula given for you by giving some values. We need to calculate. Sides of triangles are given. All problems are almost 10 examples are there. We'll discuss further some more chapters which are important for the physics. As we have seen, here you can write the trigonometric functions and their formulas, right? So as long as we'll discuss about further next chapters. After trigonometry, we have very important one is progressions, which are used in the physics, and not only progressions, we'll use the quadratic equations, very important, simple formulas, minus b plus r minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, which is very much helpful for solving many of the problems in physics. Then vectors, very important. Vectors, mathematics vector is different. In physics also there is a vectors and scalars are there. That is all the quantities are classified. That also we have discussed in this part. But before that, just we are done with the some part of the trigonometry today, right? So in next class we'll continue with the same where you stop with the today's class. So that's all for today, students. Thank you all of you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.